Network marketing, we have a problem. You guys have seen it all over the news. What's happening with so many different companies, things that are happening behind the scenes that don't even hit the news. It's going crazy in this space. And it's time that we have a real conversation. So this video is for the network marketers, direct sellers, MLMers, affiliate marketers, whatever you want to call yourself. This is for you. Now, if you're not participating in the space, if you are a hater of the space, this video is not for you. So you can go ahead and log off. But for all of my people who are in this game and in this space with me, let's have a real conversation. Let's talk about what's happening and how we can move forward so that we can still achieve the success that we want to achieve in this new era of network marketing. Now, my name is Anthony Deloach, and I've been in this space for a while. I've participated in so many different aspects in so many different ways. And so now I want to have this conversation because I've seen so many people hurt by what's happening in network marketing. I had conversations with several people about what companies are doing. Now, I totally understand that companies are doing what they feel is best for them, right? And they say that they are trying to do what's best for their people as well, but it just doesn't pan out well for most people, right? And I don't have all the information, but I've seen the news on Rodan and Fields, and I've seen the news on these other companies that are changing up their models. They're moving away from network marketing. There's other companies that are changing up their compensation plans. There's other companies that's just doing wild, crazy stuff. There's scams that's happening out there, all of that type of stuff, right? And here's one thing that I know. We can't control what the companies do. There's no way that we can control those things, right? But if we love this space and we're going to participate in this space, we can't control what we do. And I really feel that we have to put ourselves in a position to win. Somebody told me, said, if you're going to be in this space, you have to be tough. But I saw a movie one time before, and in that movie, they said what's better than being tough is being prepared. And I want every network marketer, MLMer, direct seller, or affiliate marketer to be prepared to be successful no matter what these companies do. Now, you're probably saying, Anthony, how can we do that? Here's one of the game plans that I have, right? And this is one of the things that I have done to ensure my success in the space, right? How I've been successful at multiple companies at the same time. I didn't play the game by the old rules. The old rules told you get in one company, stay with that company, rep for that company, go hard for that company, and that company will see you through to the end. That happens for some people, but it doesn't happen as much as it used to before. And if you're in this new era of network marketing, my opinion is that it probably won't happen for you, right? There's a possibility, but how do you still instill more probability of your success and have more control of your success instead of leaving all of your success up to the company, right? And I want to talk about that today. And the way I believe that we can actually do this is building our own personal brands. Now, I know this has been said time and time before, but I don't think a lot of people really grasp what we were talking about. There's a lot of people who told people, hey, look, don't just build a company, build your own personal brand. People don't just join companies, they join you. And if people are joining you, why are you only promoting the company? Why are you only promoting the company's products when people really came to the company because of you, the charismatic leader, the personality that brought them, the personality that attracted them, right? It's the truth be told, most people will follow you to whatever company you go to because they came for you and not the company. So it's time for us to be intentional about what we do with our brands, right? We have to build some intentional brands. It's time for you to do that. If you haven't done it before, this is really the time for you to step up and do that. Now, one of the things that I do is I teach people how to build a personal brand that brings them passive income by leveraging the power of YouTube. I believe this asset that we have called YouTube is one of the greatest ways and one of the fastest ways and one of the strongest ways for us to build a personal brand. Now, we're not going to only rely on YouTube. That'll be crazy, right? But what I want you guys to understand that we can leverage YouTube to catapult our brand. Now, when I say build a personal brand, that means that when you are out there, you're really repping you as the valuable component. You're repping you and your brand. Hey, join me, not just join a company, because the company may change. The company may go out of business. The company may move away from network marketing or MLM and totally change everything. And you have to shift, right? But what if you have your own brand? You're not shifting away from your brand. You're just shifting suppliers, right? You're just shifting the companies that you're dealing with. And I want to tell you guys it's the best position to be in. Now, when you're in control and you have your own brand, it gives you leverage that you don't have with a company. Now, here's what I want to tell you is that you're going to have to build a brand that has its own assets. Brand assets are so important. There's so many people who build a personal brand, they just build a name, but they don't have the appropriate assets to make sure that that brand is successful and to make sure that that brand is profitable, right? And I want to tell you that I have a formula that I use to tell people about the brand assets that they should have when they build a personal brand. And I want to share those with you guys today. I share this with the members of my Brand Builders Unlimited community. And while they're building their brands, they think about these brand assets. So today, you guys are going to get privy to that information because I want to help some people out. So let me go ahead and let me share my screen really quick. Let me pull this up for you so you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. All right. So here are the brand assets that I believe every personal brand should have, especially when you're in the network marketing space, right? Now, here are these three primary brand assets. When I say primary, I mean these are the primary ones. These are not the only assets that you have, but these are the primary assets that every brand should have. So let's go over these. The first one, right? This is what I want you to get. If you're building your personal brand, you're in network marketing, the first thing I want you to start thinking about, shift your mindset around this, right? You have to own the contacts, right? When you reach somebody, when you meet somebody, you have to own the contact. Somebody right now who's done belly to belly marketing, or you've been doing this for a while, you say, Anthony, I do own the contact. I have a notebook of people that I've contacted, right? That's cool. But do you have all of their information? Right? See, the company understands the value of owning the contact because they save all of the customer and all of the brand promoter information, all the brand ambassadors, IBOs, whatever they call them. They have all their information. That's a name, email address, phone number, address, all of that type of stuff. How about you own the contact before you give it up to the company? There's so many people that I talk to and they build huge organizations and they don't have any of the information for the people that they brought into the organization, the people that they recruited, the people that they've attracted. They don't have any of that information. Guys, I'm telling you right now, you should have ownership of the contact. That way you should have an email list or maybe a text list or whatever you have, but you should have a database with all of your contacts in it, as many as possible. Don't just leave this stuff in the company and let the company own it, right? Here's one thing that you could do. You could simply put up a simple capture page or something before you send them over to the company, or you can actually put them in a CRM before you send them over to the company so that you have them in a database. Look, I want to tell you, if you put them in a database, it's better than writing it down on a napkin or having a business card or anything, because now you have them in a database. So I want you guys to own the contact. It's very, very important. Here's the next thing. You should own a system. Like if you're going to be a personal brand, you need to own a system. That means you're going to be able to automate the business processes, right? Because automation is key, especially in this new age, right? A lot of people are missing out on follow-ups. We've always heard that the fortune is in the follow-up, but we don't have a way to follow up automatically or have systems in place to follow up with people automatically, that you can send information out to your whole organization and not through a company's platform. Through your own platform, you can send communication out to your organization, to all of your leaders, all of that type of stuff. You need to have a system. The system will allow you to segment people so you know who your direct referrals are. The system can allow you to segment the people so you know who your customers are. The system can allow you to segment people so you can know when people join, all of that type of stuff. You can actually do that. The people who purchase, the people who haven't, and you can send tailored emails and messages of communication to people according to how you have them segmented. You need a system that's going to be able to do that, right? That's so important. You need a system that's going to be able to deliver on things that you are trying to get out to your community. So you're going to need systems in place. There's several systems out there that can actually help you with that. And I have some systems that even some free systems that you can use that'll help you with this, right? They help you get the contacts and to help you automate your processes. So I want you guys to know that that is very, very important. Here's the next thing that I believe that you should have as a personal brand, especially if you're a network marketer, direct salesperson, or MLM or whatever you are, right? Affiliate marketer. You should have your own products, right? You should have a suite of products, as a matter of fact, because you should not just depend on the company's products. What if the company goes out of business? You have no products of your own. See, first of all, this is going to allow you to have another stream of income, right? Second of all, this is going to allow you to build a deeper relationship with the people that you come in contact with when they actually own your products, when you can scale your products, when the company goes out of business, but you still have your own products that you can market and you can make money with, right? You can be valuable to the marketplace without the company. See, you need to have your own independent brand with your own products and your product suite that's helping people. You may have something else you're passionate about. It could be your leadership. It could be your influence. It could be your knowledge. Whatever it is, you can actually create products around that. You can create ebooks. You can create regular books. You can create courses. You can create memberships. You can create mentorships. You can create workshops. You can create a lot of different things that could be helpful for the people that you are around and the people you serve, right? You can serve people in more than one capacity, guys. You don't have to wait. Now, there's a lot of people who are independently tied to one company, and there are some companies that have rules and regulations that say that you can only participate in their company. I choose not to participate in those companies, be honest, because there's no company that's going to tell me that I can't market other products and services, right? That I want to be involved in. It's not that. See, one source of income is too close to none for me. And I don't want to be left with no sources of income. So I'm allowed to go out and market multiple companies. And being the fact that I built a personal brand, leveraging the power of YouTube, and I built an engaged, powerful community that I have been able to reach the top level of companies at the same time, like multiple companies at the same time. Why? Because people are going to participate in other companies, right? I noticed that my people have more than one need. If you're in a health and wellness company, then maybe they want to be involved in another technology company, or maybe they want to be involved in another passive income company, or maybe they want to be involved in these things. Why can't they be involved with you, right? And so those are the things that I try my best to do, is to give people the options that they need, as long as it lines up with my brand. That's right. Once again, we're going back to personal brand, understanding what you stand for. Now, guys, you got to understand there's some principles of building a personal brand that you need to abide by in order for your brand to be successful, right? There's a lot of people who build personal brands, but it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't bring them any income because they don't have it set up properly. You have to know what niche you're in. You have to know what you're about, and your people have to know what you're about. You have to have clarity. You have to have clarity of purpose, right? You got to understand your product suite. You got to understand these things so that you can go out and serve people to the best of your capacity, and you can have a brand that brings you passive income, right? By leveraging the power of YouTube is what I say, but you can leverage whatever you want to. Maybe it's social media. Maybe you're the TikTok person, all of that type of stuff. Now, I personally believe that YouTube is the best place because people go out searching. It's a real search engine. It's the second largest search engine in the world that's owned by the company that owns the largest search engine in the world. That's powerful stuff, guys. So when people going out and they're searching for information, YouTube is one of the primary places they go. So if I could put out content and I could put out information that helps them and solve a problem, I become a valuable resource for them, and they follow me, they subscribe to my channel, they listen, and I can have an influence on them, and I can earn income as I help them achieve their goals and their dreams and solve their problems. And that's what I'm here for. That's what I'm all about. Maybe you found this video because you were searching information about network marketing, direct sales, all of that type of stuff. And now you found the information. Hopefully you found this valuable, right? Hopefully you found that hopefully you've decided that you're going to be prepared, right? You're no longer going to just leave it up to chance that you have success. You say, I'm going to be prepared. I'm going to put myself in a position to win. I'm going to build a personal brand. I want to take this thing all the way to the next level. Now, hopefully this is the information you need to do that. If you need more support and you want the mentorship, you want the help, you want a community of people who you can build with together and do some phenomenal things, then I want to tell you to check out Brand Builders Unlimited. Go check out Brand Builders Unlimited. I even have a free gift. If you go to brandbuildersunlimited.com/gift, you can get a free gift, which is going to give you a guide that helps you set up a great foundation for building a personal brand that brings you passive income using the power of YouTube. So you can get that, right? But if you're ready to enroll, you say, Anthony, I'm ready to go ahead. I'm ready to get that mentorship. I'm ready to get that stuff. Then you just go to brandbuildersunlimited.com and we're going to show you all the details of what you need to know. And we're going to show you how we can help you build a personal brand that brings you passive income so that you will never be left. You won't leave your success up to chance of what some company is going to do, right? If a company is really going to do the right thing. All right. So, guys, hopefully this message has hit you where it needed to hit you so you can get what you needed to get. As always, guys, you know what we're going to do, right? We're going to go out and win. We're going to build a personal brand that brings us passive income. Until the next video, I hope you guys have an absolutely phenomenal day. And I am out. Peace.